When I was trying to think of who I wanted to celebrate with on the 400th episode of America's Dance 30, you were literally the first person to come to mind because I love our chats. The Queen, Bebe Rexha, welcome back to America's Dance 30.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to see you.
I am so excited to see you too. It has been too long. Did you wonder why I was all dressed up?
I didn't know it was the I would have wore a gown.
You're not?
I didn't know it was the 400th episode. This is amazing.
It looks like you're wearing a gown right now.
Yeah, let's make believe I'm wearing a gown. I'm wearing a
It looks like you're Grammy ready right now.
Oh, I mean, I did my makeup for you, so
Thank you. Right? I'm honored. And thank you so much for your time. I know you are insane right now. And congratulations on the Female Icon Award at this year's EDMAs.
So amazing. I'm so excited. Like, I don't know. It's just, that's a really, really cool honor. So no pressure.
No pressure at all, but beyond deserved. And congratulations on this new smash, New Religion.
I know. I'm honestly the happiest I've been in a very long time, and it kind of scares me a little bit, you know, just because you know how this business works. You know, you just never know. You have to kind of ride the waves and the ups and downs, and I just feel like dance music has always been that one, like that. I can always fall back on dance music, and I don't know. It comes so naturally. I love it. It makes me happy. And when you perform dance songs, like when I perform dance songs, just the energy of the crowd, you just can't beat it. Like, and you could perform the song anywhere in the world, and people just, it's really an interesting. I don't know what the science is behind it. I guess we all want to just enjoy life, right? And dance.
And feel good. Absolutely.
Now, yeah.
Any artist that is thinking about doing an interpolation, I highly suggest that they dissect the way you did this song because it's absolute perfection. I can't wait to talk about how it was born coming up. But first, let's get to know Bebe Rexha again with Finky's favorites.
Okay.
Now, I learned my lesson not to ask artists what their favorite songs of theirs are because the normal answer is, well, that's like asking my favorite child. So I don't ask that anymore. But do you have a favorite song of yours that you almost didn't release, that you're so happy you released now and can't imagine your career without it?
Oh, wow. Probably Meant to Be.
Really? Why did you almost not release it?
When I went in to write with Tyler from Florida Georgia Line, even though at the time, so when I went to go write it with Tyler, it was in LA, and they decided not to put it on the Florida Georgia Line album. And now I had worked on a pop album, you know, and I knew that it made no sense on my album sound-wise, but because I was part of the writing in it, and I really... I'm really proud. Like my thing has always been songwriter first, because I feel like I'm proud of being able to create my own art instead of things being handed to me, which there's nothing wrong with that either. But I just really love writing, and they didn't want to put it on their album, and I just felt like it would have never probably came out if I didn't put it on my album.
Wow, and didn't that end up being like record breaking for you?
Yeah, I think it was like 51, 52 weeks, something in the 50s at number one at country.
Which is crazy.
Like number two on Billboard. We couldn't beat Drake. He had God's Plan at the time. We just couldn't break that number one. Never had a number one on Billboard. Number two. But it would have never came out unless I put it out on my album, which at the time I was kind of like, oh, like I don't want to be known for a country song. But now I see that when I perform it in certain areas, it's beyond it having the country elements, and it's just a great song. Like you could break it down and make it into, you could sing it anyway, and I could put over a dance beat and it would still sound good, I feel like.
Absolutely. Well, hindsight, obviously, but I'm so glad you decided to put it on your album. Now, speaking of your incredible career, not only as your artist project, but being a songwriter for others, do you have a favorite compliment that an artist has given you that has just stuck with you?
Wow. I think like It's interesting because a lot of times I don't know if artists really give compliments all the time. But recently it's been really nice with this new rollout that I've been doing of like the actual visual album. I've been having a lot of celebrities like message me or like text me other artists that I really think are incredible artists that I've grown up on, that have been texting me and being like, oh, I love this new rollout that you're doing. Love, the energy just feels so good. So recently now it's been kind of nice to receive that recognition.
Well, speaking of your career and New Religion kicking off this new era, looking back at your whole career, do you have a favorite version of yourself through your career?
The skinny version. No, just kidding.
Stop! That still is the era right now.
I think the best version that I like of myself is right now, right? I just feel like we always try to strive to be better. Because I even think like when I was first like breaking out and having my moment, even though I was, to the public maybe looking like everything was perfect, there was a lot of, not great things happening. So I would say now.
I love that. Isn't it sad how we have to be clowns in our careers?
I wouldn't say clowns. I feel like, we're in the entertainment business. People want to be entertained. And when you put yourself in front of people, they're going to, say what they want about you. But that just comes with the job description.
Absolutely. But what I mean by that, I always say that I'm a clown because no matter what's going on in real life, you have to put the makeup on. So
I was in Orlando the other day, and I performed at Universal. And I saw some tweets being like, yo, Bebe, like, she wasn't like moving how she usually moves, or maybe her jeans were too tight. And what had happened backstage, it was crazy. Nobody knows this, but they would never know. We had a beauty light up, like one of those big, like on like a, like on a stand. And the beauty light, it just happened to happen 30 minutes before I had to get dressed to go on stage. The beauty light fell in the craziest like way, and it hit my left eye where I got hit back. And my eye got really swollen and black and blue, literally 30 minutes before. I have like a picture of me holding an ice bag to my eye. And my makeup completely came off. And I just put black eyeshadow on. You couldn't even tell. And the show must go on.
Exactly. That is insane.
I just sat there. I was crying. I was like, why is this happening to me? And it's like, it was, it was weird. It was a weird thing. But I had a light hit me right in the eye, but the show must go on.
The show must go on. Now, speaking of Orlando, and you've been performing all over the world, and of course, you've got some iconic songs to the Bebe Rexha catalog. But do you have a favorite song to perform live compared to maybe a favorite song recording, or are they both the same?
No. Sometimes when you perform certain songs live, if they're, that's why I was saying about the dance music, you have a certain BPM, and the BPMs of the songs may be 120 and up. I personally like performing songs that have more high energy. So sometimes when you'll perform a little bit of a slower song, I'm not trying to get too like nerdy right now, but you might perform something that's like 110 BPM. It's a little bit harder. And when you're performing on stage, I usually speed up my songs 4 to 5 BPM just to kind of move them a little bit. But I would say my favorite song to perform live is In the Name of Love. It always, no matter where I am, and I do a rendition where it starts with just me and strings, and then after like the second verse, the beat slowly starts coming in, and you don't get the proper drop until the second verse. So everybody's kind of like, give me the drop. Where's the drop? And then I make them wait a good minute and 30, 40 seconds, and then when it hits, it's like, it feels amazing. Yeah.
It's euphoric. Now, compared to what would be your favorite song recording?
Ooh, probably Seasons with me and Dolly Parton. It never really got the recognition I feel like it should have had, but just being able to work with Dolly, that was like, she's just one of my favorite artists, songwriter, author, business, entrepreneur, all the above. She's like an icon. She's a G, she's the GOAT. But yeah, working with her on that was amazing. I was really nervous.
I bet. Yeah. I bet.
I was like, what do I do? What do I say? Let me be on my best behavior,
I mean, it's Dolly Parton. Now, yeah, finally in Finky's favorites, in honor of your new smash, New Religion, it has the lyrics, "It's love with no condition. Besides me, What is your favorite thing to love with No Condition?
My dog.
Aww.
I call her puppy. She's 10 now. She's a grandma, but she's always my puppy. You know what I mean? Like, I love my dog. I mean, she's 25% Chihuahua, so that part of her comes out and she gets a little nippy.
Right.
Like, she's bitten me a handful of times with blood. But I think she's just in an older age right now where she's like, when she's sleeping and stuff, I want to kiss her and cuddle her, and she's like, don't touch me, And I'm like, no. So she has a little bit of an attitude, but I think she takes after me.
My fur child, Tucker, is the exact same way as I am, and I'm the same way, like love unconditionally for our fur children.
What kind of dog do you have?
I'm actually a cat guy. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know.
I love cats. I'm just highly allergic.
Well, that's why you take an allergy pill every day so that we could date.
It's not an allergy pill. It's actually like more like EpiPen vibes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I dated a girl that was allergic to cats, and she would do a shot like every week just so we could be.
Oh, that's pure love.
It didn't last. It didn't last.
Good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
Let's talk about this new smash, New Religion. As I mentioned, it truly is a masterpiece interpolation because the lyrics are incredible. You mentioned that you were going through tough times prior to it, and everything just goes perfectly with the melody. How did it come together? How was it born? And how did Faithless come into it?
Wow, it was a very long process. Somebody had actually sent me a little clip of a song, and I'm not sure they even knew what the interpolation was. And I had taken that rough and I played it for my producers, and I said, you guys, am I tripping, or isn't this Insomnia by Faithless? Like, I feel like this is, and they were like, yes, it is. And they're like, why don't we do this like the proper way? And I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? I was like, let's not worry about getting it cleared right now. Let's just try to write a great song. Even if we were to take the beat off of it, let's just try to write something that, could be on piano and still be beautiful. And I just wanted to write a love song to music. I feel like it's always been the constant in my life. I've been trying to get back to why I started what I do, because I feel like sometimes we can get, kind of caught up in all the just life.
Right.
And I wanted to just write a song about how I feel about music. And I feel like no matter where I am, if I'm performing or on the dance floor or in my car or even in my bedroom, dancing in my kitchen, and I listen to that song, or I listen to music in general that I love, I feel like it's always just been there for me. And we had written this song, and my main thing was I wanted to do it the proper way, and I didn't want to just, I think, because after I'm Good also, I didn't want to just do another, sample record, or, you know what I mean?
Right.
I just wasn't about that. But this song was just so powerful and so strong that I was like, I just love this record so much. I just love the title. I love what it stands for. I love the melodies. I love the lyrics. And of course, the sample is just iconic. That's a given. So I went to Faithless. I had brunch with Sister Bliss. We had some nice eggs, and we talked, and she brought me a cute little book that I could knock on, and you open it and it tells you what you need to know for the day, which is one of my favorite books.
Wow.
And one of my favorite gifts I've ever received. Yeah, that was very, very sweet. And just worked through the process with them, did another song with them, and then we came to a point where we're like, okay, we would really love the actual sounds, the actual dun 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 dun. And I was like, can you guys just send me those files over? And they're like, well, it's not that easy. It's not like we just created it on a laptop. They're like, it's on tape. And I'm like, it's on tape? Because I was asking them, how did you mix it? What were the sound, what did you use? What programs did you go through? And they were like, well, it's on tape. So we have to get it off of tape. And obviously that was a whole process. But my main thing was respect. I wanted Faithless to, I didn't want it just to be like, okay, let's say yes to the song because she's had a dance hit and it'll probably, make us money and blah, 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 blah. It was more so I wanted to make them proud, and I wanted to do it the right way. And with especially Maxie's passing, RIP from heaven, hopefully have his blessing as well. I just wanted to make sure the whole group was, proud of it and really was part of the process.
There's a lot to unpack there. So first of all,
Yeah.
you did such an amazing job with it. Like I said, like if you take out the Insomnia synths, it's still an incredible song, which is so cool. Now, when you reach out to icons like Faithless, asking them for that, does that add more pressure to have a product that's going to live up to that iconic, Faithless sound?
Well, I think for me, I knew right away, being like a dance lover, that it would never beat that original version, because that was the original. And I feel like there's just, that will forever be the iconic dance, one of the most iconic dance songs of all time. And for me, it wasn't about beating it. It was more about honoring it. And yeah, it is pressure, because, you could play them the song and talk to them and do all the things, but if they don't love it, they don't love it. And they can say no, because they are the original creators. And for me, being a songwriter, I know how close my records are to me. And if somebody comes to me trying to clear something, I really have to love it and really believe in it. So I wanted to be very respectful.
Now, did you have a plan B in case Faithless came back and said, F off, you're not using this sample?
The song would just not come out.
And the world would not be as good.
I'm sure the world will be just fine. But, I think that was getting the okay from them and the love from them, and them, it just, that to me, solidified it. I knew the song was special from the moment I wrote it in the studio, but for them giving me the kind of blessing, I was like, okay, I'm on the right path. And I'm so happy, because I just love this song so, so much. So that was just the, obviously take a deep breath, but really just a really amazing moment,
Well, congratulations on getting their blessing, and congratulations on this smash.
I want to add something. When I was in London, I was like playing it for a lot of like my DJ friends and a lot of like producers out there. And this was before actually I had gotten it cleared, but I didn't tell anybody. And I was in London, and I was like, I have to play the song that I did that, it interpolates Insomnia, and it has this, the sample in it. And they're like, oh, good luck with that. And I swear I've heard from the biggest DJs and the biggest producers their version of the song, and none of them got it cleared. And then they would be like this to me. They'd be like, good luck getting that cleared. And I was like, because then I like to get a little catty. I'm like, well, guess what? It's already cleared. And then they would get so red in the face and jealous. And I was like, ha ha.
That is so awesome. Sorry, not sorry. And it's even more incredible that we just celebrated, what was it, like 30 years of the song?
30 years of the song. Isn't that crazy? I think this past October or November.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Well, congratulations on New Religion.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm excited.
Now, before I let you go, I asked ChatGPT once again to give me a question that Bebe Rexha has never been asked before. So we got to test this out, okay?
I'm scared.
You shouldn't be. These are fun questions. Don't be scared.
Okay.
If one of your songs could follow you around like a personal theme song in real life, which one would get annoying the fastest?
Whoa. Probably, oh my gosh. I feel like no matter what I say, this is going to get clipped and I'm going to get in trouble for my fans.
It's so funny. I had a question that was kind of like this with Illenium. Like, I think it was like, which song would you go back and reproduce that you weren't happy with the production? And the song that he mentioned, all of his fans were like, no, that's my favorite song.
Gotta be careful. I would probably say Last Hurrah.
Just get annoying, just get on you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Bebe, it is so great seeing you and catching up with you. Congratulations on New Religion. Congratulations on the Female Icon Award at the EDMAs. Thank you so much for being with us on the 400th episode of America's Dance 30.
Congratulations, Fink. Finky.
Thank you. Thank you so much.